Good morning, good morning. This is a 1 hour yoga practice this Thursday morning on a day of Thursday is Jupiter. So this is my closest to wearing yellow, as I will come today, or maybe ever. My phone is on the other side of the room, so if I lean in with my eyesight to take a peek, just checking to see any questions. Oh, hey, JT, good morning. And if you haven't already, gather some yoga props for our practice this morning. A yoga bolster or even a pillow can be great. And you might wish to grab a couple of yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can always use really thick books. Those can be a great prop as well. And a really great thing to have right now. Yesterday I got 2 books in the mail, so it's really nice when I get those clear messages from the universe as to what I could be doing with my long expanses of time. Opening a book. Alright, so as we settle in, oh yay, good morning, good morning. Hey Elizabeth, your hair looks great. My parents did theirs yesterday. They gave each other buzz cuts. Not sure if it was as intentional as yours, but I love that. Hey Susan. Alright. Oh, Tina, hey, good morning. Alright everyone, so as we settle in with our props, while we give it just another minute or two, I'd like to welcome you to give yourself a foot rub. You might warm up your hands first. Good morning, Alira. We're going to warm up our hands, create a little heat, get a little friction here. And then use your healing hands to massage your feet. So just giving a massage here onto your feet, getting in and around your toes. You may even give a little toe spacer. You could thread your fingers between your toes and give it a little massage. I have the space heater in here, but my toes are still a little cold. So today I will add to my diet some cayenne pepper, get a little more circulation going. Other pungent foods that are recommended at this time are garlic, cloves, black peppers, of course, anything that is giving us that nourishing healing of ourselves. Ginger, garlic, black pepper, cloves, cayenne. They can help to improve our circulation. They also release congestion, and they are great for increasing our metabolism, for our digestion and our absorption, as well as being pretty decadent for anti-aging. So, in case anyone is feeling like Rip Van Winkle. All right, so second side, we'll massage our other foot. Again, we're just giving a little moment here to get grounded. I posted yesterday about the visitor that I had in my yoga studio and have been downloading a lot about spider wisdom. So really tapping into our destiny and the web of life. So we want to do that from a strong base. When we just go there, we can go all the way there. So containing our practice within our bodily forms. So allowing our bodies and our sensations and the movement of energy to be the experience of yoga. All right, massaging through, you might thread your fingers on that second side. Giving a little twirl of your ankle. Moving your toes, spreading them about. All right. So, as we settle in to a comfortable seat, thank you for being here. We can be, oh, Prana, hello, my love. Namaste, namaste. All right, I will. I will read the comments later. So your foot rub began the process of getting us rooted. We're going to do a short meditation working us through the energy centers of our body. And then we'll move into focusing on our Prana Vayu. So that which we are bringing in. And I send so many accolades to those who are taking technology breaks, and so much appreciation for each time I hear someone share that they are putting their phone down, that they're not looking at it before noon, that they are deciding that that needs to be set aside. So what we take in, not only the nutrients that we're taking in, but the energy that we're taking in all forms. So making sure that we do have a steady input of healthy information. Mark Whitwell just announced he's offering an online training, and it's a very sliding scale. So that's something that I would recommend checking out from the Heart of Yoga. And taking in information that is nourishing us, not overstimulating us, and noticing what we're feeding, right? We all perhaps have heard or come across the story of which wolf are you feeding? So this is a very good time to bring that principle back into place. So allowing for the conscious choice of choosing to feed the light of our soul. As we begin, let's take a mudra here to calm the air element, so to quiet the chatter of our mind. As you touch your thumb and index finger, place your hands onto your legs or in your lap. If it's available, close your eyes, and let's all invite in a full inhale in through your nose. And exhale. Taking a few more natural breaths here. Continue to settle into your seat. And as we expand the earth energy from our foot rub, from the awakening of our roots, let's take that rooted awareness all the way into the space of our legs, perhaps even your hips. And allow this part of your body to relax, settle into your foundation. Feel, for instance, here, feeling where your sitting bones are in contact with the earth, or if you're in a chair, really resting into your seat. And so as we hone our relationship with the material plane, especially during these times when we begin to discover alternate ways of interacting with the external world, here, really invite in a sense of security, a sense of safety. We may imagine also that grounding cord rooting us into the center of the earth from the base of the spine, as well as the roots of your legs, the roots from your feet, the roots keeping you in this moment. And then from here, we'll move up to the space of your hips, your pelvis. And then to this area, we invite space. We invite a sense of a basin, a container. And the full moon is a wonderful time for clearing and cleansing. So on the full moon at our house, we wrote down things that we are letting go. We took them out under the moonlight and burned them and release. So own your throne, as dear Alira Rose said in our Tuesday morning practice. Own your throne. So I'm feeling so much more space and inviting you to feel spaciousness in your second chakra. And then we'll move our awareness up to our abdomen and into this area. Explore how it feels here instead of imagining this solar plexus energy as strength or might, allowing it to be a softening. So here, explore how it feels to relax your guts. Keep breathing here. You may find a slightly fuller inhale to bring the breath in to wash through the area of your abdomen. And maybe a cleansing open mouth exhale. Releasing not only those potato chips and Pop-Tarts, but also releasing any of the emotions that get stuck into the space of our internal organs. Allowing this area to be soft. And it's from this soft, open surrender that can really plug into our true strength, our true nature. So while we still have the strength at our center, it's a strength from a space of peace. And then here, with some of the emotions releasing, in my practice, what I noticed was the increased feeling of grief into my heart and my chest and even my lung points. So as we travel up from this ball of emotions, we'll stay with our breath, keep churning the ocean, breathe, and everything changes. And inviting, as your breath starts to reach up into the space of your heart center, sneaking in just a soft, sweet breath as we start to touch into those places of grief. It was yesterday that I realized and I felt heartbreak. There was a palpable physical expression of it. So to be there for myself and to cultivate my relationship with Big S Self, to transmute that energy of sadness and grief, and imagining it burgeoning into wings. So the space of shoulder blades might flatten onto your back, allowing for a support for this space of emotion, these waves of energy that are flowing through us. Check in again. Can we be soft in our abdomen? Can we soften through our bellies? While feeling the wings of angels supporting us, expanding all around us. Keep breathing here. Breathe and everything changes. Allowing us to be in this moment, fully accepting this moment so that we can begin the journey. When we arrive and accept what is, that is where our practice begins. So here, feeling the openness of your heart and your chest while staying very aware of your roots and your connection in order to maintain this energy, allowing for your roots deep into the earth, your space to reside in your throne, to abide in yourself. A softness, an essence of surrender that is a new definition of strength. The openness, the lift of your heart. And now here, invite you as we move our energy up to our neck and our throat to lift your chin. Lifting up through your chin and then bringing your chin level again, full inhale. Exhale. And at the end of your exhale, swallow. Now as we focus our energy into the space of our throats, I invite you to even explore if you might want to let out a yowl, a yelp, or maybe your version of TikTok. Good morning, neighbors! In my neighborhood, there's a howling procession that begins around 8 p.m. I think it's our new cell phones. Ow, ow, ow! This allows for an opening here of our throats. And if those are all a little loud, or if someone in your house is sleeping and you would really enjoy them to keep sleeping for a moment longer, you might simply hum. You may bring that vibration right into your throat. Now, a relationship with our throat, just like our relationship to the solar plexus, to our inner strength, we can imagine this as our speaking our truth in a new way. Speaking our truth not from a standpoint of defense, but speaking our truth from our truth, from being fully present with what is, rooted into this earth, allowing enough space for ourselves, a sense of ease and surrender, strength from the adversities or challenges, and transmuting our energy to speak our truth. No longer are we in a time where we can point fingers or talk about who's wrong. This is only a time for us to create a new earth, for us to come together, for us to speak our truth. It's imperative in this time for us to speak up for the oceans and for the animals, expressing that we the people believe our waters need to be clean, our food needs to be healthy. This is our new earth, our new option, our new planet, new path. From here, from speaking our truth, we'll move our energy up to our eyebrow center. Now again, we may take, this could be a good time if you do anoint your Ajna chakra. You might do water around the full moon. It can be a nice way. You can always use dirt. If you have another spice or an herb, you can place that. In the meantime, we'll take our fingers and circle 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times in the opposite direction. Notice if you prefer the one direction over the other, intuitively choosing one, circle a couple more other times in that direction, and then press, press, press. Release your hand back down to your mudra, thumb and index finger touch. Take a moment here, breathing, rest back into your seat. Remember your roots. Remember this material plane that supports you. Remember the space that you abide in, the space that you deserve, the space that you have carved out for yourself. That softness, acceptance, allowing, and surrender. And the inhalation, the hope that fills our hearts, lifts our wings, traveling up through the open space of your throat to your Ajna chakra. And as you rest at your eyebrow center, breathing here, just allowing for our practice to bring us to a space where we really can see and experience oneness. Allowing us to recognize the patterns of our thoughts and the ways in which this is perhaps reflected as we see. And then seeing as we shift our thoughts, shifting our energy, how we also see this reflected. Seeing clearly from this oneness perspective. Let's bring our awareness now up to the crown. Breathing in and out through the crown of your head here. You might even imagine a rose gold, full moon energy. Maybe bringing in some of those really strong golden threads. Perhaps you've already noticed the increase in your synchronicities. Really finding mindfulness in our thoughts and in our words. And here recognize the connection to your roots, the connection to your crown. Let's breathe up the length of our spine, inhaling all the way from your roots. And as you exhale, exhale from your heart, your throat, your third eye, all the way up through your crown, allowing this energy to sweep back down towards the earth and coming up again. Inhale in through the central line of your body. Exhale as this energy flows out. And once again, inhale up the central column of your spine. Exhale all the way up and out through your crown. And then let's join hands together at heart center. May we be mindful of what we're bringing into our lives. May we be clear about what we are focusing our energy and attention on increasing. During this time, all weeks are holy weeks, but a little added emphasis perhaps as you travel in Holy Week this week. Recognizing our relationship with all things, everything, and seeing how divine it is. We may find the practice of beginning with something easy like a puppy or a guinea pig and just that divine interaction of pure love. And see how it works with your door handle or your dishes. Cultivating this loving presence in all moments. And let's bring our thumbs up to our eyebrow center, Ajna chakra. A slight lift of your chin, inhaling and exhaling fully. And hands back to heart center, bowing your head to your heart with a smile. A huge thank you to Ajna Collective here in California for sponsoring our online yoga classes, allowing us to continue offering yoga practices to our community in order to help to expand consciousness, to really honor these ancient practices and principles that assist us with becoming aligned by the body, mind, and spirit, knowing that from this space we are then able to expand into our bliss, into our samadhi, into our conscious creations. All right, let's take a moment here, if you've been sitting for a while, to go ahead and extend your legs out long. And as you extend out through your legs, give a little shake all the way out through your legs. Got two cameras going here. All right. Bend your knees, placing your feet onto your mat. Lean back into your hands. Step your feet a little wider apart. Release both knees over to one side. And then shifting over to the other side. Let's take a couple more times here. All right. Coming back to center. Turn your hands, perhaps so your fingers are pointing towards your seat. With your knees still bent, step your feet into a closer, more comfortable distance apart. For those of you who are at the office in your chairs, Beth and Amber, you can hold on to your chair or even lean back. You're going to aim to open up through your heart, your chest, your shoulders. I'm going to put our hands, fingers pointing towards our seat. If you're on the floor, let's inhale, lift your hips, release your head back. Exhale as you lower back down. If you prefer the opposite breathing pattern, inhale here, exhale lift. Using the exhalation to propel you up, squeeze through your back body, and then inhale, landing back down. One or two more times, moving with your breath. And then as you lower down to your seat, bring the bottom of your feet together, knees open to the sides. Take a hold of our feet and we'll bounce our knees. Full breath in. And a full exhale. And here we will move into a pranayama. And having options for props, you might sit into a kneeling position. If a cross-legged position is still fine for you, you can remain there. If you'd like, you could place a block under your seat. Have your knees or your feet slightly apart. Put the block under your seat, sitting tall here. Now, this one is called Bhastrika, and it is can be a more advanced pranayama practice. So first we'll begin with Kapalabhati, which is something that you might incorporate instead. If you would simply like to observe or breathe in a natural deep breath, by all means. Avoiding this breathing practice if you're pregnant or have hypertension or even unresolved panic, So we're working first here with our Kapalabhati, and with this one there's more of an emphasis on our exhalation. We will explore finding the vacuum effect that allows for the inhalation. Now this breathing can assist us with cleaning our blood, so cleaning out any carbon dioxide or waste from our blood. It also is nice and energizing, cleansing for our lungs. So, starting off here, finding your comfortable seat. Find a nice upright posture, shoulders relaxed, spine upright. Now, you may place a hand onto your abdomen if you would like to really feel the movement of your breath. First, here for Kapalabhati, we'll take a full breath. And then we'll inhale to begin. Now you'll focus on the forceful exhalation. And then at the end of your exhale, we'll do a few rounds. Exhale all the way out. And then we'll inhale completely, inhale fully. Now as you retain this breath, you might take a slight Jalandhara Bandha, slight tuck of your chin, throat lock here. Retaining the breath in for as long as it's comfortable. And then when you are ready, you can lift your chin and exhale your breath all the way out. You may have also noticed a slight engagement of your root lock. You could hold the Jalandhara Bandha and the Mula Bandha, and at the end of your exhale, you'll relax through your root. All right. So we'll do our Kapalabhati. We'll do 7 times. So finding a comfortable seat, shoulders relaxed. Again, perhaps right hand onto your belly. You might take your mudra again with your left hand. Keep your eyes soft. Relax, perhaps a downward gaze. Let's inhale and exhale. And then we'll inhale to begin. Exhale all the way out. We'll inhale, fill all the way in. At the top of your inhale, throat lock, root lock, hold. Close your eyes, containing your energy. And then when you're ready, gently lift your chin. Exhale. At the end of your exhale, release your root. You might release your right hand back to your mudra. Take a pause here, take a breath. They mentioned this is a little bit like yogic coffee. No. Few breaths here. We're going to really notice ourselves as a field of energy. Now, one of my trips to India, I was in Siolim with my dear sister, and there was a family there from London who were visiting, and the old man and I would sit out on the platform in the mornings and do pranayama. He was in fine health and did Kapalabhati at a slow pace for about 15 or 20 minutes. That was a new way, a new exploration that I hadn't experienced. So you can find your Kapalabhati to be fast or slow. You may notice if one round is enough. And if you're feeling comfortable with that, you could move to exploring now. We'll do a Bhastrika, which is a bellows breath. So you might imagine, right, my Grandpa Russ and Grandma Vi had a fireplace, and they would use the bellows to increase the air to the fire. So let's explore here with the inhale and exhale. And again, this is a bit of a yogic coffee. So if you're feeling a little overly energized, then perhaps just settling into a relaxed breathing here. You might simply take your hands into your mudra and then work your ujjayi. With our Bhastrika, we will find the exhalation and the inhalation with some force. So here you may grab a Kleenex. We'll be breathing in and out through our nose. We'll do this 7 times. And if your counting is on a different track than mine, by all means, stick with your count. I will try to count to 7. We'll settle into our seat, shoulders relaxed, eyes soft, perhaps closing your eyes here. Let's inhale. Exhale. And we'll travel slowly with this one. Inhale. Exhale. With Bhastrika, you want the upward movement of your diaphragm. And release, taking a few gentle rounds of breath here. Again, I did not count. We'll honor that our own counting pace will be right for ourselves. As you settle into your seat, feeling this movement of energy, remember this as a tool that you can use throughout the day. If you start to get into a bit more of that tamasic, lethargic energy, you can bring about this practice to liven up again. Move from the bedroom to the living room. All right, so we'll do this one more time. Now, it's quite similar to breath of fire. With my Vata tendencies, I need to steer mindfully with breath of fire. So with the Bhastrika, the inhale and exhale, you may have experience with it where it's much faster. I would like to invite us to explore it, since life has slowed way down, to explore it at a slower pace as well. So again, you might take your mudra with your left hand, right hand onto your abdomen. We'll take a full round of breath to begin. Inhale all the way in. Retain your breath. Again, Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha. Hold for as long as is comfortable. When you're ready, release your throat. Exhale, exhaling all the way out, and release your root. Let both hands rest onto your legs or in your lap. Inhaling and exhaling slowly here. Let's move this energy coming onto hands and knees. Let's place our body into our tabletop position, and then as you're ready, begin moving through your cat and cow. So on your inhalation, lift your sitting bones high to the sky, bring your heart through, lift your chin. Feel the open space at the front of your neck, your throat. And as you're exhaling around your spine, arch your back, really press into your hands. Get a really big opening in the back of your heart space. And then inhale, bring your heart forward and through, lifting up through your sitting bones. Exhale completely. Inhaling fully. And then moving into your downward facing dog. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your knees high to the sky, and as you stretch your hips all the way up and back, press evenly into your hands. Take a moment to walk out through your feet. So again, a hello to your feet. If you missed the foot massage at the beginning of practice, give your feet a little massage here, rolling over your toes, giving a bend. And then this one I love from Lyra's practice, and I would have to say that my friend Jenna is going to love it. We'll inhale forward, exhale, bend your knees. You're going to shift back towards your heels. Inhale, and come up and around. And then exhale, shifting back. Now, I don't know if I quite got that right, but if you missed that one, check out the Ajna Collective Facebook page, and you can catch Tuesday's practice, Tuesday's class. Now, here in downward dog, release the weight of your head. Full breath in. And a full breath out. And let's release our knees back down. I remember at the ashram in Sedona, India, Aurora had mentioned that dogs don't do downward dog for a long time. But in our yoga practice, sometimes we're tending to stay in that pose for quite a while. So let's learn from nature. Let's take it slow. Take your knees a little wider apart, walk your arms forward, and as you melt your heart here in child's pose, rest your head, relax your arms. Find about 4 or 5 more breaths here in child's pose. And then let's shift forward. Inhale, come up onto hands and knees. And then make sure you have enough space here on your mat. We'll shift our bodies down onto our stomach. Here, bring your hands under your shoulders. Reach back through your legs. Lift the head of your arm bones away from the earth, and we'll move into Cobra 3 times. On your inhale, peeling your forehead, your chin, your chest up off of the earth. And on your exhalation, lowering your Ajna chakra back to the earth. Inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale. And exhale. Shift your hands back. So your hands are closer to your bottom ribs. Moving your hands farther back in space. Now here, if your wrists aren't touching, you can always place a blanket under your body, having your hands down in this position as we move towards an upward dog. And this time, as you inhale, lift your head, lift your chest, lift your heart. Begin to press into your hands, lifting your legs, press into your feet. Root back through your tailbone. Breathe your heart forward and through. A little lift of your chin here. Perhaps again, good morning, neighbors. Or even a howl. Ow! Speak and express. Lowering all the way back down. Stack your hands. Rest your forehead onto your hands. You might wiggle your hips a little side to side here, releasing any residual tension in your low back. And then let your hips come to stillness. Relax through your legs. Feel your heels roll open to the sides. All right, a couple more breaths here. Elbows wide, legs relaxed. And then let's move into Sphinx pose. We'll prop up onto our forearms. Bring your elbows under your shoulders or perhaps slightly in front. You can have your arms quite far out in front of you if that feels better, into the space of your low back. And as you find your positioning here, press into your elbows, flatten your shoulder blades onto your back again. See if we can find that support that we felt in our opening meditation. The transmuting of energy, that transmuting some of those tougher emotions, shifting it into that expansive feeling of angel wings, that essence or ever-present knowing that is in your bones, that's in you on a cellular level, that gives you the capacity for faith. And then for a moment here, with your head still lifted and upright, tuck your chin, but not so that you're dropping your head down, but instead tucking your chin so you're opening right at the base of your skull. Keeping the back of your head moving up and back in space. Tuck your chin. And release. Again, take a moment here, stack your hands, elbows wide, rest your eyebrow center, your third eye center onto your hands. Legs relaxed here. You might shift your hips a little side to side. Full breath in and a full breath out. From here, we're flipping over, so rolling over onto your back. Bend your knees, let your arms rest alongside of your body. We'll start off here, moving our arms with our breath. Inhale, float your arms all the way up and over. Let the back of your hands reach towards the floor above your mat. And then as you exhale, float your arms back through space, landing your hands by your hips. 3 more times. Inhale. When your hands landed by your hips, now we will lift up through our hips, moving with the breath. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips. And exhale as you lower back down. Inhale. And exhale. Having the option here to lift into bridge and stay, you might choose to use one of your yoga blocks or a book. And sliding your prop under the back of your hips, finding a pause here. Or if you're moving into bridge without your block, you could find a bind, interlacing your hands. Lifting up through your hips, bring your focus to the space of your throat. Relax through your jaw, all the way open in the space of your heart. Open with wisdom and strength. Slowly release your arms, release your bind, lower your hips back down. Full breath in. And exhale. Gather your knees gently in towards your chest. Let's take a rocking motion side to side, massaging across your back, your hips, and then circling in opposite directions, circling around. Oh, that was interesting. I had a phone call coming during it, even though everything's on mute. Yay! All right. Circling your hips around a few times, one direction and the other. And then coming back to center, full inhale here. And as you exhale, lift your head towards your knees, round in. Inhale your head and shoulders back down and release your feet down to the mat. Cross your right leg up over your left leg. Keeping your legs in this position, you might keep your feet right here onto the earth. You could also explore putting your left foot up onto a block. Maybe placing your left foot onto a wall or a chair. Or bringing your legs into your chest and holding onto the back of your left thigh or over your knees. Taking a few moments here, breathe into your low back. Shoulders relaxed, heart lifted. And then release. We'll take the opposite cross your left leg up over your right leg. So instead of our figure 4 pose, we're crossing our thighs, knee on top of knee. And again, perhaps a block under your right foot, or bringing your legs into your chest, hold on behind your thighs or up over top of your knees. And gently release. Bring your feet back down. Shift your props out of the way. If you brought in a block, stretch your legs out long, arms up overhead. Full body stretch. We're making our way back to seated, so you may wish to roll to one side and press yourself up, or you could take the back of your legs or thighs and do a few forward and back spinal rocks. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Rock and roll. And then coming right on up to seated. You could bring your blanket in, perhaps. And sitting up onto a little bit of a lift here. And we're taking that reclined Gomukhasana legs variation into a seated. So with this, I often like to have the whole padding of a blanket. Ankles can be bony. So here we'll bend our right heel back by our left hip. And then as you cross your left leg over, you may place your foot to the outside and feel like that's a mighty hip stretch. You could begin to play with stacking your knees. So as we move towards stacking our knees, we could even come up into a kneeling position and then very mindful of that bottom knee as you sit back. Blocks can be great props again here. Let's place our hands onto the palms of our feet, palms of our hands and palms of our feet. Breathe in here. And then reach your right arm high to the sky, bending your arm, give yourself a pat on the back. Now, that is what I had that yoga strap over here for. Now it's all the way over there. So, that's when I need my pet spider. We'll bring our left hand around to our back, perhaps finding our right fingers, finding a bind. Opening up through your elbows here. Open through your throat as well. And then leveling out through your chin. Root through your roots. Open through your crown. Breathing here. Has anyone else been having spontaneous songs? It's a really nice way that the universe communicates us through putting songs popping in our head and waking up to songs. Let's go ahead and release our arms here. Release out through your legs. Shake out through your legs. I'll grab the strap so I can show you on the second side. Now, another option for how to get into this pose may be from your table. Which side did I do? Cross one leg up over the other, or open your knees, or heels they're called, and then sit back into that space. So, as we move towards Gomukhasana on the second side, left heel back by your right hip, right leg up and over, maybe here. Hallelujah. Lots happening in this hip. You can aim towards stacking your knees, sitting between your heels. Again, very mindful of your knees. And as on the first side, that shifting forward, stacking your knees, and then sitting back again. Palms to palms. Palms under? Palms of your hands to the palms of your feet. Breathe in here. Relax your jaw. So many paths, so many ways. Here you may find it helpful to visualize that grounding cord again. Perhaps you can compost out some of that energy, emotion, memories, stories that could be arising in your physical body from the release of any tension. Now, if you do have a strap or a bathrobe tie, you can reach your left arm up. Bend your elbow, so you're holding onto the strap, and bring your right hand around and take a hold of your strap, walking your hands together any amount. Opening up again here through your chest, through your shoulders. Stay grounded through your roots. Lifted through your crown. Breathe in here. And slowly release. Unwind through your legs again. Shake out through your legs. Full breath in, full exhale. All right. One more posture, and I don't know if either camera is set up to have me be standing. Meh. All right. Now, here we go. Step your feet wide apart. Turn your right foot all the way out to the side. We're going to find our roots again. So we're going to really root through our legs and our feet, getting that downward energy, really rooted and grounded. Elongate through your spine So finding that energy of our Prana Vayu lifting us all the way up. Let's inhale, extend out through our arms, finding that Prana Vayu, that full extension. And then we'll reach our fingers over to the right and twisting through our waist, or Samana Vayu, twisting through our torso, incorporating that balanced movement, balanced energy of all of our Prana Vayus. As we twist and open, you might gaze up towards your left thumb. Stay rooted and strong through your legs. Let's inhale to come up. Exhale, release your arms, hands to your hips, turn your feet to the second side. So this posture is a wonderful pose for our heart chakra, our lungs, to expand our lungs, to allow for really full open breaths, our expansion or prana. Here again, root through your legs. Your left foot is turned all the way out. Rooted through your legs, engaging and activating through Apana Vayu. We'll extend through our spine, inviting that energy of Udana Vayu, that upward moving energy. Extend out through your arms, Vyana Vayu, that full extension, the energy of your heart, of you. That inhalation that gives you the expansion of your lungs, your bringing in life force energy. And let's reach to our left and bring your fingertips down to your block, to your leg, to the earth. Twisting through your abdomen, activating our Samana Vayu. We'll reach and extend up through your top arm, perhaps turning your gaze to look up to your right thumb. Inhale to come all the way up and out. And exhale. Release your feet. Either hop or step your feet together. Take a pause in your mountain pose. Pause and breathe. And as we move towards the conclusion of our practice this morning, a few options, perhaps working with a supported heart opener, a supported back bend. If you did have a pillow or a bolster, and place that down the center of your yoga mat, sitting in front of it, reclining back, allowing a few moments here to integrate your practice. Reclining over your pillow, your blanket, your bolster, perhaps over your yoga blocks. Staying here in this reclined position, again, you might be using some of your props to stay in your heart opener, in your back bend, allowing for the expansion of your heart, your chest, your lungs, to continue to be here in this. Our Prana Vayu is our spiritual heart. So as we are in these times and as we are experiencing all of the feels, all of the emotions, allowing for this full devotion and awareness in what we're bringing in what we're eating, the air that we're breathing, the quality of the clean water, and then also the content. As you continue to rest back in your supported heart opener, whether you're using a blanket, a bolster, a pillow, I invite you to stay for another 10 breaths. If you haven't begun the practice already, starting off first thing in the morning, it's a wonderful practice, and this is something I do on the days when it's hard to resist looking at my phone, is pause. Take 10 breaths. And then if I still feel like looking at the phone, I can do it after that. I also travel out, walk out to the Laguna. I travel out to the Laguna in the mornings and stand under a beautiful tree with grandfather beard moss and take 10 breaths. So as you enjoy your 10 breaths here, closing out our practice this morning, I thank you so much. And I send you so many blessings and so much love. May peace be with you, and namaste.